Shalom, my beautiful brothers and sisters. We had a lot of fun last night. I didn't get much sleep. I'm here this morning to begin to share some things. For a long time, I prayed for one ever occurring thought that would come to mind while I was with my husband intimately in order to reach, that point. It's a disgusting thought, and I'm embarrassed, and I've never shared this with my husband, but I've been praying that the Father would remove it from me. So here it is. When I was a younger girl, in my teens, I became very promiscuous, and I met an older guy, much older than me. I was 17 or 18, I think. He must have been in his 40s, I guess. I'm not sure. We would get together. He would give me money. I thought that that I wasn't a working girl because I wasn't walking the streets, right? So I convinced myself that it was different. But in one of our encounters, he took me to an adult video store, the kind that have the viewing rooms where you can watch videos and play to your heart's desire. In other words, watch every filthy, disgusting thing that may turn you on. So it was my first time there. And as I flipped through the channels, I came across a channel of homosexual activity. And when I saw that, I immediately was beyond aroused. Well, needless to say, that continued my consistent viewing of gay porn. Not women, but men. And I know it's disgusting, and I don't know what I could possibly get out of it, but it's what did it for me. Nothing else did. And I had a lot of gay friends, so it made it really easy to come across disgusting video content, whatever, firsthand viewing of the act. Well, anyway, as I got older, I told you all I was a stripper, and I just lived a really crazy lifestyle. I was a stripper, I did drugs, I had sugar daddies. Again, mine couldn't be the same as those that were walking the streets. Mine was a little bit more classy. So I tried to fool myself by saying. But when I met my husband in 2005, he really stuck it out and fought for me. Like I said, I was a dancer. I was a cocaine addict. All my friends were strippers. We just partied to our heart's content. And I was that girlfriend that you couldn't tame me. You know what I'm saying? But my husband fought for me, and fought for me when I wasn't fighting for myself. But nonetheless, as time progressed, I'm all over the place. But as time progressed, I began to realize that I wanted something much different. Got on my knees after a 3-night binger. Got on my knees and I begged and pleaded the Most High to to save me. I couldn't continue living the life I was living. I had been living that life, gosh, for almost 20 years, I guess. And that's when I felt the presence of the Father. Like, I was on my knees at the foot of my bed, and I just felt a presence come up behind me and like kind of wrap their arms around me to give me this big, warm, tingly hug, and I began to sob. I knew He was there. So with that, my life started to change a little bit. I left the apartment I was in. I had the party apartment. All my friends came to party at my house. And I reconciled with my father, asked him if I could move into a house that he still owned in my hometown. He agreed, and I moved in. And from there, there's so much more in between, but I don't want to get off topic of what I'm here to purge out. So anyway, my husband and I, we can continue to grow, and I was going to church, and the videos that I had, the adult toys that I had, those things, I discarded of them. I got rid of them. And I thought I was moving on from that because I was committed to my boyfriend at the time. Things were changing. And I didn't want to have these filthy reminders in my home anymore. So I got rid of them. But the thoughts still always popped up. Like, whenever we were intimate, I couldn't reach that point. I guess I don't climax, I'm sorry to be so candid. But I never was able to have, to come to that point without that thought of two men doing that disgusting deed, me kind of focusing on that. And this is very embarrassing. But I've asked the Father so many times to remove that disgusting thought from my mind, that I want to be able to be with my husband. And I understand that the marriage bed is undefiled, but I want it to be pure. I don't want these filthy thoughts. I want them gone. And that spirit of homosexuality, because I'm not into women. I've had my experiences with women for pay, for play. But that wasn't what did it for me. It was like the men, and as I'm thinking now, what's coming to my mind when I was much, much younger, I came across a movie called Caligula. And that movie was absolutely disgusting. But there was so much of that activity going on, and it's like, I don't want it. I want it gone. Anyway, I really don't even know what else to say, other than I thank the Father for allowing me to go forward and be honest. I believe it's the beginning of healing. I don't want to have these disgusting, vile thoughts. I want them gone. So thank you for a forum in which there is no judgment, only truth.